Hey, hi, hello. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is where you are. I hope you are doing well. It's been a while, so I thought we would do a get ready with me while I do a full face. To start off, I am using my Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. This is pretty new to me, but so far I have been liking it. And then now I am going in with the Fenty Eaze Drops Skin Tint. I got shade 3. I probably should have got shade 2. Shade 3 is a warm, neutral undertone, and I am not a warm undertone person. So I think a shade 2 would have done better, but I can make this work. So I haven't been around in a while, and that is because when I stopped making videos previously, I was going into my second year of school for computer programming and software development, and it was just very, very busy. Now I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, which also new to me, but I am loving this. I may need to find a cheaper version of it because it is a little pricey. So, yeah, I was finishing up my second year of school and it was a lot of teamwork and it was far too much work to continue to try to film and edit videos or any form of content, really. And now I'm going in with my Fenty Cream Bronzer. This is probably one of my favorite bronzers. It's starting to look pretty nasty though, so I may need to find another one quite soon. So after all the school projects were done, I ended up on a student work term and that lasted for a few months. And my main goal with that was to just keep focusing on that and doing a good job so I could stay with the company I was working for because I really enjoyed it. So all my focus was there. And then when they did decide to keep me on, my focus remained there and trying to settle in to this new position that I found myself in. And it went well. And by the time I did start to settle down and think maybe I could do this again, I decided to get a puppy. Priming my eyes with a white base from Louise. I think this is the first time I've used this since I've bought it. And I have to say, I really like it. And it works much better than I expected it to. And I've been using it every day. So yes, in December of 2023, I got a pug puppy and she is extremely high energy. So I am finally at a point now where she's not calm by any means, but she is calm enough that I can kind of start to pick up hobbies again, which is quite nice because I did miss this. So today I am going to be using the Devour palette by Unearthly Cosmetics. The first shade I'm going in with is Devour. And for that, I am going to start by tapping out any creases that have gotten in my primer since I put it on. And I'm just going to start by trying to get the shape I want. And because I have hooded eyes, I start on the lower line and bring that shape up so that it's not going to look funny when my eyes are open and my face is relaxed. So I'm going to pack that on the outer corner. I recently bought some shader brushes from Unearthly Cosmetics or Unearthly brushes. They are phenomenal and I would very much like to get my hands on some more of them. I also got my hands on the Singe brushes by Angelica Nyquist. and they are also fabulous. This is a lot of packing on and blending out just to get the shape the way I want it in the outer corner. I have a very specific idea in my head of what I wanted this look to look like. It did not end up the way I wanted it to, but it is still, I still enjoyed it, but I may return to this idea in the future and try to get it closer to what was in my head when I started this. And we're just going to try to get both eyes to match. If they can at least look related, I'm happy. They don't need to be twins because my eye shapes are different. So as long as they look related, I am mostly happy with the way it turns out. And now going back into the Devour palette, I am going to take the shades Snap and Prey. I start with the shade Prey, which is the darker green, and I am putting that up at an angle in the inner portion of my eye, leaving the inner part open for the shimmer that I want to put on. I kind of like this shape, and I am blending it out with the shade Snap, which is the lighter green. This is where I think it started to get away from me because I wanted it to be a thinner line. But I do like the way these shadows are performing and blending. And continuing on with the lower lash line, I brought Devour through the entire lower lash line and blended that out. Thinking it looks a little crazy right now, but getting ready to put on the shimmer, and I want to use the shade Trap, which in the pan, I had not swatched anything when I did this. It looks like a green that has a bit of a red flip to it, so I thought that would go well. And thinking about it now, watching it back, if you had the Merry Christmas palette by Oden's Eye, you could probably achieve something quite similar to this with the greens and reds, and they have a beautiful like green to red shimmer in that palette as well. Bringing that shimmer into the inner part of my eye, and I did bring it up to my brow. I'm not opposed to having shadows or shimmers go through my brows, so I like that. And I actually took the shade Snack from the Devour palette, and that is what is under my brow. And then I took the shade Consume, and that went against the lashes of my lower lid. I went into the new Adept blush palette, and I thought that that deepest shade would blend in with the eyeshadow, but it really, I found it was looking more orange than it was burgundy, so I brought out my Clam blush palette by Likely Makeup, and I went into that deepest shade, and I think that gave me something closer to what I was looking for. Still looking a little crazy. Now going in with a highlighter from Oden's Cosmetics. I love these highlighters. They are kind of a baked formula and they are just beautiful and they go on the skin so smooth. And I really like this one. It has a bit of a green shift to it, so I thought it kind of went with what I was doing. My dogs were barking at each other, which is where I was looking. And after I get the highlighter on, I do kind of clean off my brush and buff it in a little bit so it doesn't look like such a harsh line. And lately I have been layering a burgundy and black mascara, and I've been really liking that. And this was a rather bold lip for a Monday, but this green gloss from Unearthly called Moss is absolutely stunning. And I really, really like the way this turned out. Thank you for watching.